Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Ramplays video. Today we are going to be checking out the Starlancer Tac. It is a MISC ship. Right now we'll be displaying the price for it, the SUE cargo storage, what it's made for, how much crew it needs, how much crew it can hold, and more. But without further ado, let's get right into it. Right off the bat, you can tell that the TAC is made for ground operations based off of the very wide ramp that the TAC has, including some slits for the tread of the tires that are on different ground vehicles. Now this is a ground vehicle bay. You can also put some cargo in here. I believe there's not too much cargo, but there's still some that can be placed in here. After leaving the cargo bay, it is very obvious that this is meant to be for thick battles where you would need your crew to respawn immediately, because we have 2 medical beds. Now, I hope this is enough, or that it doesn't run out of gel in time. Both beds are tier 3 and are ready for regeneration. Now, I will say this definitely has the nice environment feel that most ships seem to have that are made for medical. Especially on this ship that is made for battles and ground operations. As soon as you move on, you have a drop room area ready with seats for people to drop onto the ground and head straight into battle. The thing I find great about this is you have some Gatling guns that people can hold onto to cover the ground crew as they go down. While the Gatling guns don't have great of range, that's what the turrets are mainly for. Moving on, we get to the turrets I was just talking about. 2 turrets at the right position to start helping out with the ground operations. Now, thanks to where these turrets are placed, they are horrible for if you have a need for more turrets in a ship battle. These are made strictly for ground operations and ground operations only. I'm lifting up the ship here. If you want to even try it anyways, good luck. They could work, but they have such a horrible area of motion and view area that they can shoot in, firing range, that they could only really be thought of being used as ground assault guns. Moving on, we are made known that there are multiple exits to this ship. Including this nice airlock here, for if you have to EVA out into space to repair some stuff now that we have the engineering update. Have a ladder up to the upper decks, including the 3 elevators, including this one, that we have seen so far. The best part that I find about the walls right now is the very clear signs to help people get around, because if you're in a battle, you would need to know where everything is. And now that this isn't a big enough ship to the point where I would worry, at least, about how confusing it could be to get around, it still sets up, because if this place is buzzing around or you have a new crewmate in your org, it would be really tough for them to get around just by being told that they need to go to this place or that place. The layout of the ship helps anyways. If we head back to the cargo bay, we will notice the elevators that we were just talking about on either side. The elevators' placement, I would say at least, are pretty nice, because they're next to every entrance that we have seen thus far on the ship, and can be easily accessed. Heading up to the second deck, known as the engineering deck, at least back here, you take a nice left from the elevator side that I was on. You'll make it to 2 doors. And right now, we'll check out this one. This one right here takes us into the engineering room with component doorways and the engineering panel, including some fuses, too. It's nice to see an engine that isn't fully exposed, but you can still see the inner workings when you need to. For the size of this ship, I would say that it's nice to have a engineering panel, but I feel like it would have been nice if it had a second one, because for the size of this ship, it seems like in reality you would need 2 engineer officers if it got significant enough damage to fix everything very quickly, or at least fairly quickly. Plus, it would make the room look a little more symmetrical, but that's fine anyways. Heading into the other room, we find that it is used as a Fury hangar. Made for a single Fury, but can fit 2, I believe, at least if you slide each Fury to the side. Moving on, we're about to pass by the other elevator, heading on to the habitation area of the ship. Heading to the habitation area, It is very nice in detail, with a mixture of a kitchen and living. Nice kitchen for kitchen crew or people if you take shifts cooking. No faults here. Enough space for every crew member to have a jolly time, and hey, there's even enough space for a little party if you win something big. If we open this door right here, we'll be brought right into the bathroom. Which, just like almost every bathroom, except for the bathroom on the Drake Caterpillar, has a lockable door. And oh my goodness, this one actually has a working mirror. Unlike the C1 Spirit, if you watched my series, Life Aboard the C1 Spirit. So far, every time you head into a new area, it has a different feeling, different mood, different lighting that sets the tone for what the area is supposed to be. In the engineering room, it had some harsh yet cool colors to make it feel that it's utilitarian, but still, let's be honest, pretty awesome. Has a use, but made to look nice at the same time. Once you enter here, you have a warmer lighting, letting you feel more at home. Over here, you just find the secondary bathroom with some very nice shampoo named Dare. To the last door in the habitation deck, we owe it all to the crew quarters. A nice space for every crew member, and better yet, storage for every crew member. Right up next to the beds. That way, if they are called to duty very quickly, they can immediately get up, gather whatever they need, and go on. To add to that factor of storage next to the crew quarters so they can gather up their weapons and whatnot, we have our weapons locker right outside the crew quarters so they can gather up what they need very quickly when they need it. Moving on here, we make it to the other elevator we saw, towards the airlock, and the ladder towards the airlock too. Very nice section, and I especially love the ladder, because if the power goes out, you're gonna need something to go down other than the elevator. Then up here we make it to the escape pods, which I find as a fatal error for at least some, because there's only enough room in each escape pod for one person, but there's definitely supposed to be more than 4 people on this ship based off of the beds and how many spots there are for crew on this ship. Let's say that this ship's just gonna end up having a few losses, except for the 4 survivors. Right off the bat, we have 2 remote turret seats for the turrets that are actually meant for spatial battles. Some nice components and fuse boxes accessible to the pilots if needed. And I will say the fire extinguisher placement in this ship is amazing. Every room, every possible area, every entrance that might need it has a spot. Coming over here, we have the pilot and co-pilot who will be bravely leading our mission amongst the stars. The downside that I have immediately found in this bridge is the, quite honestly, not too great of a view. I mean, it's better than some of the ships we have in Star Citizen, with just a stick in the middle of the window, kind of having the view we have. But still, though that can be overlooked very easily. I personally believe that the lack of turrets on the top of the ship could lead to some mishaps while trying to enter atmosphere to a battle. Like if there's a blockade, you'll need some other ships in your fleet to help you with the matter. Good thing that there are some pilot-controlled guns on this ship. Though that was quick, I will say that this is the end of the tour of the Starlancer Tac. Overall, I think it is a great ship for ground battles to have if you're going into, let's say, a protection, if your org's protecting some ground base, or for the future if you're invading some other org's base once we have base building in the game. Say, I would give this ship about a... let's say 7 out of 10 rating for its purpose. It has its purpose and it takes its purpose well. It just doesn't really fit for anything else, which honestly, the ships that aren't said to be multi-role, none of them really do. This ship is great for multi-crew and org missions for ground, maybe some others in space too. Launching some ICTs in the future from this ramp would be fun. But anyways, thank you guys for watching today's video. Don't forget to check out the post section of my YouTube channel, because that section, if you want to join the live org event that anybody on my YouTube channel can join to see if they just want to join my org, then you can, of course, see me. The post has the time, the place that you need to go to, and what day it will be on. It's also telling you what you can be and what we're doing. Otherwise, if you believe that I deserve it, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment down below on what other ships I should do next, and maybe some stuff you have to say about this video. Don't forget, my referral code is in the description, and if you use my referral code, you can of course get 50,000 extra AUEC for starting off. You can also help me by using my referral code to help me get some prizes and eventually an Idris if we get enough.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. You'll please visit us again.
My link,
Goodbye.
I have 2 links in the description also. One that leads to my org's Discord and the other that leads to my org's homepage, where you can join my org if you so please. There's no push to join my org, but I would really appreciate it. But anyways, that's all for today. Thank you for watching, citizens. Ram out.